Kwanzaa, is it the same? Let me see. Is it the same idea that we buy presents for one another and we put up Christmas trees and et cetera, et cetera? What's this? What's the get up? What's the ambiance of Kwanzaa?
Okay, so let's get into the tradition now. Celebrating Kwanzaa. Now that we know the days, we know the principles. Here's how you celebrate. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning, and this is what I love so much.
On
when
the
you wake up in
26th.
the morning,
Right.
when you see somebody who also celebrates Kwanzaa, you go up to them and then you say Habaragani.
Habaragani.
Habaragani. That means like, what's the news? What's
like,
the
what's
news?
up?
Like, I've seen other translations, and some other was like, how are you?
It's like saying what's
up? Right? Yeah.
Okay,
but you're supposed to respond with the day of Kwanzaa. So whatever day that is, you need to respond with that day. So let's say it's day 3 of Kwanzaa, and I see you, I say Habaragani, you're supposed to respond Ujima.
Oh, got you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why we do that. I just love doing it.
I mean, I don't know why, but Malenga, like I said, he was a well-read, very educated man. So he's saying he's trying to keep these people on their toes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, maybe yeah. That would make sense.
He's trying to make sure are they doing the mathematics? Are they doing the knowledge? Are they reading their word?
You know what? That makes sense, because that's what my granddad would do. On Kwanzaa, granddad would come up to you first thing first. Habaragani. You better say the right thing. You better get it right.
You better know. You better not say Kumba and it's Imani.
Yeah. You better get it right too. Yo, that's funny. So yeah, okay. So after that, okay. So there are symbols of Kwanzaa that are very important. Now most people know this, but we have a candle holder. Okay. Now it's similar to the menorah for Hanukkah. You know, the menorah is a candle holder. It has 8 candles. Kwanzaa, our candle holder is called a kinara. Okay.
Kinara. Now that sounds like it has an Asian connotation.
With a K. Kinara.
Sound like it's kind of Asian. It sounds like he might. You say he snatched something from Southeast Asian? Asia? Did you say that?
No.
No, you said Southeast. Oh, sorry about that.
Western and Southeast Africa.
Got you.
Yeah, so the Kinara is our candle holder, and there are 7 candles to represent the 7 days of Kwanzaa. But remember, this is for us. This is for Black Americans. 3 red, 3 green, and 1 black in the middle. I don't know what I said. What did I say?
You said 9 candles.
My bad.
It's all right. I think you had a black cat around. You said 9 candles. I don't know, but it's cool.
Okay, 3. I'm sorry. 3, and 1. Okay, because there's 7 days. Yes. Okay. So you have that, and then you have crops. You need to have crops on the table, like corn, potato. She has sweet potato.
Right.
You can have apples, grapes. It doesn't matter. You need fruit and veggies. Put that on the table, okay?
Right.
Because that represents prosperity. Okay.
Right.
So you have that, and then you have kikombe de umoja, which is the cup of unity.
What you put in there? Libation?
Yes! We had juice. It was delicious. But it's the libation cup. It is for libation. So you put that there in the middle of the table. It's amazing. And then my mom had these Kwanzaa books that she would put up. It was so cute. We would wait until the evening before we really do the tradition and stuff like that, especially when we went over to my granddad's house.
Okay.
But once everybody got together, right? We would all stand in a circle. Okay.
Really?
The eldest person in the room needs to. Huh?
The grandfather.
Yeah, but I don't remember actually doing this part with. I know we did, but I was too young. So now my memory is jumping back to my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
So it was my mom, my dad, my auntie, and then all my siblings.
Right.
So the eldest person in the house would have to read scripture, but not from the Bible, but I can't remember what she read. But there was a passage or something that she had to read, and it was about the purpose of Kwanzaa and us coming together and what it meant. Okay, so after reading that, they pour the juice in the cup, pour it in for the libation, right? And then starting with the youngest, you would hold the cup, the youngest person would hold the cup, and then they would name one African American person. It had to be black, a black person that died. You're supposed to start with those who died that year, but you know, there were so many of us in the house that, thank God, not too many people died that year. So you just start naming people after that, just black people that have died a while ago, but you're supposed to say. So the youngest would say a name of a black person who died, then take a sip from the cup of unity, and then pass it on. And you just do that until everybody has said somebody, or in our case, we did it till the juice was finished. So that was fun. And then, so after everybody sips it, we're done. And then at the end, you're supposed to shout. Now, I don't know what it means though, but at the end, you shout Harambe for however, like if it's on the 4th day, you shout Harambe 4 times.
Okay.
But I don't know what it means. Okay, so we're gonna pause here so I can Google what it means.
Right.
Okay, my bad, y'all. I just looked it up. Harambe means let's pull together. So it kind of just bounces off the idea of umoja or unity. So you shout that however many times. You shout that a number of times in correlation to the day we're on. Right. And that's it. So that's what you do every day. Now, here's where the fun part comes in. Day 6 is Kumba, creativity. On that day, you're supposed to give out zawadis, which means gifts. So about gifts. But because it's creativity, these are supposed to be handmade gifts.
Oh, so okay.
Yes, arts and crafts. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it was about. So we were doing that when we were younger. And what my family did, I don't know how they did it. And I know my granddad did it. We called it grab bag. Most people know. So you throw everybody's name in a hat. You pick a name. And then you make a gift for that person. Right. But by the time I was older, I don't really remember how we did it at granddad's house. But at my parents' house, by the time we were older, we would pick names on Thanksgiving so that we had enough time to make gifts and give it to the person on Kwanzaa.
Right.
Okay. So you're supposed to do a handmade gifts. Over the years,
people start buying. People start buying the gifts.
Let me tell you why though. Okay, my family, we always had young ones. Okay, so my younger siblings would pick names and give some crazy gifts because they made it by hand. So my mom, who is amazing at arts and crafts, my mom, she's the Black Martha Stewart. She can do a lot with her hands. So my mom would be giving out these bomb gifts that she made by hand. And if my younger sibling, who's like 6 years old, picked my name, I'm gonna get some janky gift.
So everybody wanted mom to get their name, basically.
Okay, no. That's what you would think. But my dad, being the man in the house, he kind of did his own thing. So he would buy his gift for his person. So everybody else would get handmade gifts, but his person that he picked would get a bought gift. So like, let's say one Kwanzaa, right? The rest of us, we get handmade gifts. Now mom would make something amazing, you know what I mean? My auntie, she would make food, so we would want her too, because she would make something bomb for us to eat. If any of the siblings picked you, you just have to cross your fingers and hope for the best. But we would always wish, like, Dad, pick my name. Dad needs to pick my name. Because if he picks your name, he's going to buy you, like, the new PlayStation. Or he's going to buy, he's going to go all out for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, he would go all out. So, you know, that's how it started. Even when I was a kid, Dad would always buy the gifts. Mom would make something amazing. Auntie would cook something wonderful. And I would just hope that either they pick me or my older siblings pick me. Because if the younger sibling picked me, you know. But then us older ones started helping the younger ones make something. But we also had to make our own gifts too. So it was just like a disaster. It was like, I got to make mine, but I got to help the younger person make theirs. So the younger person's gift would still be kind of skimpy because you're trying to put your all into your own. So after a while, we just started saying, yo, Dad, can you help me with my person? So he'd be like, yeah, I'll help you. So then he will buy your person a gift. And then, because there's always been a lot of us. You know what I mean? So between 9 and 10 people at the house any given time.
Damn.
So we were like, yo, Dad, help me make a gift for my person. He'd be like, all right. So he would go and buy. Yes, he would buy your person a gift. And so like it kind of just got to a point where everybody started going to my dad saying, help me buy my person a gift. And Kwanzaa just became a holiday where everybody just gets some bought gifts.
Kwanzaa became Christmas.
It did. So we were getting two sets of gifts. Like we would get gifts on Christmas, and then we would get gifts on New Year's Eve.
Wow, that was, you know what? That was actually another question I didn't think of. Because you guys, you said you celebrated Christmas and Kwanzaa, so you got gifts on both days, the 25th and New Year's Eve.
Well, we did when the year was good. You know, years haven't always been good. So there were years where we don't get gifts on Christmas, but you know, maybe just by sheer luck, we made enough money that year to get gifts on New Year's Eve.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So, and then after a while, it just became a thing where we started having to push it back. Time started getting hard, you know. So you know how things go.
Because when I bring Kwanzaa into my household, it ain't no gifts on Christmas. I don't care if I made $1 million that year.
And I will say it did become a thing where, you know, but just
that's me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, as we said, we Black people, we are the highest spenders in this world on Christmas. It astronomical. I forgot the number they said. It was a lot of money, man. It was in the billions of how much money is made during Christmas. You know what I mean? And our portion is paramount. I mean, when we could be spending that on more, you know, things that we really need, man, necessities, virtues of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know, getting some on Christmas and getting some on Kwanzaa. Wow.
I think it was.
Like, I mean, not in your family. I'm just saying, just theoretically. Why?
Right. But I know even my family.
Let's do our holiday and leave that holiday to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Christmas. That's my reasoning for having this, you know, fictitious hat.
Yeah, I do have to say though. Okay, well, we'll get to that in a second. Let's finish Kwanzaa first because I have something to say about both Christmas and Kwanzaa. So. So that's what Kumbaa is about. Creativity. You're supposed to give a handmade gift. We screwed that up, but we still have fun with it. And then
have fun. That's creativity. Okay.
Right. But that day, the day you give gifts on Zawadi is also the day of the feast. I mean, sorry, not Zawadi, Kumbaa. Zawadi's in gifts. But there's a feast on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
So we have this big dinner. If the crops that you put on the table were real food, you cook that food and you end up eating it.
Say that one more time.
If the crops that you put on the table for Kwanzaa, if that was real food, you can eat it on the feast, the day of the feast.
Got you.
Right. So that's kind of just how you like usher in the new year. So everybody gives gifts, you do the feast, you bring in the new year. And then on the last day is faith, and you wrap up with the last ceremony. So you say Harambe 7 times, and you know wrap it up.
You want to know what Native Black people do that don't celebrate Kwanzaa? What they do on New Year's Eve? They make chitlins and pig feet and potato salad and clog their arteries. Honestly, that's what Native people from the South on New Year's Eve they make chitlins, which is disgusting. They make pig's feet, which is also disgusting, and potato salad. But I say that to say, you see the difference in the way of life.
Yeah.
From the holiday that's connected to your roots, as opposed to the holiday that's connected to your oppressor's roots.
Yeah. Not even that though. You said chitlins and pig feet, which is what they made slaves eat, and we're just still eating that.
Right, that's connected to how we had to live as slaves. And now in 2020, we are still eating that? How?
I never had chitlins in my life, but my parents kept us away from pork, so thank you to them.
People in our generations tend not to do it, but people in my parents' generations, you know.
Yeah.
Especially if you were from the South. And it's like, you know what? It's culture. But it's like, they don't teach our people, why the hell do we eat pig intestine? Why do we? What would compel us to eat an animal's intestines? Right? Think about this. And this is just the, it's crazy. And when you think about it, it's like, we don't think about how we get caught up into these habits and these routines. We just listen to what we say. Oh, mom, okay, we supposed to do that, or dad, we supposed to do that. No. Why? Mom and dad don't know why we doing that. Mm-hmm. Because why? Because grandma and grandpa didn't tell them why they were doing it.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous. That's what it is. It's amazing. But I just wanted to, just put it out there, like the difference between being connected to your roots and not being connected to your roots. We eat chitlins and pig feet. You know what I mean? And y'all making arts and crafts. Y'all together on in a creative spirit. Y'all together for purpose. You know what I mean? Celebrating Kwanzaa. You there. You have a faithful spirit. We not into none of that. When you are into these Western holidays, you know nothing about your background. You know nothing about your culture. You know what I mean? You're just going on hearsay on what you think. And if you're going on hearsay, 9 times out of 10, you know what I mean? That's bullshit.